Hi SiGMA and everybody over there watching this amazing event over your phone or laptop. I'm here to speak on an interesting topic on our brand collaboration with big stars such as Conor McGregor and Mike Tyson. At the outset of my presentation, I would like you to understand how our amazing partnership with two mega personalities has come to realization. We have been building or rebuilding our brand Party Match as a brand of men, and our brand mission is let men be men. So we wanted to instill this alpha spirit within Party Match. It's a crucial thing. Knowing that we are sponsors of UFC, knowing that we sponsor so many boxers, so many UFC stars, it automatically implants DNA of fighting into Party Match. And fighting is all about male alpha, masculine energy. So once our brand has been refined and we already knew we are aggressive enough, we have this electric yellow colors, our communication is daring, it's bold. We have realized we need to complement this brand with external energy of someone who bears the same spirit, who carries the same spirit. We analyzed the entire market, trying to understand who would fit. And through understanding of our demographics, our audience, who they are, who our punter is, who our client is, how they think, who they admire, we are kind of split on an opinion who should be the single ambassador, because we have young audience, we have older audience who are more VIP oriented, who, I would say more conservative, they have old habits. They're we call them from the previous century, so they do not represent this modern contemporary times. We picked two stars who were perfectly matching this description. First one, Mike Tyson, a legend of the sport, a person who has led many people, to follow him, to change, to become a boxer. After all, he is a person who has millions, hundreds of millions admirers, people who respect him for his achievements, despite his unorthodox personality and his maybe sometimes controversial moves. But overall, he has this legacy, and this legacy is represented by millions and millions of people who respect him. On the other angle, you have Conor McGregor, a star, a face of MMA or a face of a fighting world today. Charismatic, enigmatic, absolutely crazy, daring, brave, Irish, Viking. This guy is just something else. Not only he is amazing in fighting, he managed to achieve even more success beyond octagon. What he does when he speaks in a conference.
And saying, shut your mouth, kid. You're getting paid what you got your last fight. Well then, that mic.
When he holds a microphone or how he deals with audience, it's a magician, in true colors. And once we figure out those two, if we bring them together, we would be able to merge our fragmented clientele, because everyone has their own idol. We saw that these two would match well because they both represent a fighting spirit. They both from different eras. They both have something unique to speak about. After all, they're really different. So once we signed them up, even the process of signing was a special one, because they knew we had to persuade them that we are true fans of MMA, of a boxing spirit. It's not just a commercial deal when you come and you just buy someone like a those guys do not work like that. They need justification why they need to represent your brand. After all, we are a betting gaming brand, and betting always carries extra risks for them. So we explained it's UFC. Our brand is something else. We don't want to be some boring, ordinary gray brand who just talks bad. We wanted to bring it to a new level, how we communicate. They believed in us, and they gave us a shot at this new approach to marketing, because we have not created something new. Brand ambassadors have been used throughout sport or throughout commercial business for many years, maybe 50 years. People have been using big stars to represent their name.
Boo. I like Byron.
伊藤ハムの
What I think where we innovated is in a way how we work with those stars daily, and we created a real bond, a real relationship with them. It's not one-off communication when you meet with them, shoot a clip and just say, okay, thank you, Conor, we're all done. No, they have to be engaged with you throughout a year or throughout the period when you're signed with them. You have to communicate with them formally and informally. You have to use them even internal within your organization for internal, informal and formal communications. To celebrate someone's birthday, to congratulate on a big event, internal, be it a corporate event, be it a summer camp or something. They have to be involved all over the place. It's really important. That's how they connect with you and they understand what you're all about, and they give you that energy. Because if you just buy their time and you rent them out, they will deliver exactly the same. They will not put their passion into it. Look at Conor. I mean, Conor is a really hard guy to deal with. Everyone knows. He is known for having his own time zone in which he lives. He has his own pace. So for many sponsors or even UFC, they find it struggling to deal with him. However, those who manage to get connected with him, they'll get 120% from Conor's abilities. And that's what we achieved with him. When he visited us in Kiev, in Moscow, even if you review his participation in the events, public events, when he was speaking, promoting fights, promoting Parimatch, I mean, guy gave 120%. It's just genuine Conor with all this, controversial attitude, sharp quotes, humor, like it was all there. I mean, this thing cannot be bought with money. That thing can only be earned through right relationship of a brand name, team behind the brand name, and the star. And we managed to do that, to achieve that with Tyson and Conor. The relationship has been extremely healthy. Tyson has its own audience. He has people who love him more. Upon Tyson's visits, we could see that the loyal audience of his was very different from Conor's. It's people who are, I would say 35, 40 years old and above. I would say more elegant, more VIP. They have a handshake. They don't get too crazy. They're really calm. It's just a very different psychological portrait of a client, user, punter, call him how you want it. When Conor came in, it's just he was like a tsunami. As he walked, people were almost, passing. They were losing their feet, falling. Like, oh my God, Conor! Like a girl who sees a Backstreet Boys star. Both of them carry two different effects, and we managed to create this double impact and use them in our communications. We use them cleverly. We do not overexploit, because the question we get asked: how do you measure the success? Do you get increase in turnovers? There is no way to measure something like this, because it's too straightforward to measure turnovers. The only thing you can measure is the magnitude and the impact of your entire brand over the period of time. Of course, we know how to measure that. We have digital tools to measure that. You can measure it through keyword analysis. You can measure it through polls, surveys, various methods to do it. And that's exactly what we have done. And we've seen a massive rise of Parimatch popularity across the world, even though we were only promoting those big stars excessively, I would say, in our region where we operate. Still, the effect has been even beyond the territories we have been targeting. It just shows that whenever you complement your strong brand with another strong brand, 1 + 1 = 3 or 4, not 2. And that's the impact we have seen. So those guys, those stars, with all due respect, they are, I would say, now pillars of Parimatch brand, because they're helping daily to instill this DNA of a mature fighting spirit with this alpha energy. Every day they seed it into our brand, and that's exactly what we have been aiming for. We wanted to have a brand, alpha, masculine, daring, bold, unordinary, who breaks stereotypes, aggressive, and those guys literally standing there and being true ambassadors of that energy. And we love that. I mean, that relationship has been as healthy as ever. We, of course, will continue because it's no longer, I would say, ambassadorship deal. It's a friendship deal being extended. And this is extremely valuable. And I would advise everyone who pursues ambassadorship with a football star, I don't know, Hollywood star, whoever you pick, you have to ensure your brand matches their values, or your corporate culture matches the culture of the person you're picking. Because if you manage to find a synergy between two cultures, that's when you will create 150% value. That's the only way. In other case, you will just, I would say, you would rent their time, they would do a clip, and that's it. 3 months gone, star will be forgotten. They have to become a part of your legacy, part of your brand for a long time. They have to be a part of the history of a brand. It means you have to work on another level, much deeper. You have to communicate. CEO or owners have to communicate with those stars frequently so that they're connected. And that's how you will get their attention of a star, and that's how you will get them truly push and give efforts towards you. On the last note, I would recommend now to seriously sit down as a CEO with your marketing team and consider the list of stars you want to pursue, because now it's a perfect opportunity. Those guys, big stars, are also sitting in their homes in quarantine, and they want to work. So approach them, pitch them your idea, show them big picture, and truly stay connected. Do not outsource it just to your designer or marketing team. If you just outsource it and say, get me some star and let him hold our flag, it doesn't work like that. Money wasted. You have to do it from the top, from shareholders to CEO and across the entire team. Pick now, because today is a moment when you can get them, you can get the good price, I'm sure, because they all want to make extra bucks, a few bucks. So why not approach and pitch the idea and try to be as creative as possible. Let them lead the project. You don't have to give them a screenplay. Of course, you have to coordinate it, but let them be themselves, because big stars, they have personalities who will create stuff for you. You don't have to do it for themselves. They are innovative enough, and they have this free flow of energy, and just make sure you open it up. Thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the rest of the conference.